Whatever size of garden you have, whether it's a window ledge in a city centre or a rambling estate in the countryside, there is one thing you can do to get closer to the natural world, and that's feed the birds. Settling on what type of food and feeder to use can be really confusing at first. There's just so much to choose from out there. But by following some simple guidelines, before you know it, you'll be up close and personal with your feathered friends. There's plenty of food you may already have in the house that's good for birds. Raisins, porridge oats, grated cheese and fresh fruit can all offer a meal to a variety of different birds. But there's little doubt, if you want to attract a large number of bird species to your garden, then you're better off getting a bird food that's specially prepared for wild birds. Even here you have to be careful because some of the cheaper food mixes contain lots of wheat and barley, perhaps even split peas and lentils, and none of these are good for many of the birds that are likely to visit your patch. Perhaps the most commonly sold food for wild birds is of course peanuts. And Savannah is here with me. Thank you, Danny. You know what peanuts look like, don't you? Yep.
We eat them.
Well, we do, but we don't eat these because these are specially prepared for wild birds.
Yeah.
They have no salt, they're not roasted, they have a very high fat content, and most importantly, they're clean. That means that they don't contain any mould that might develop toxins that can kill birds. They can kill wild birds if you get the wrong sort of peanuts. So make sure they come from a reputable dealer. Would you mind bringing me the seed over as well, please? The little seeds.
Please.
Yes, please. Even better than peanuts, if you bring me the whole bowl, please, Savannah. Thank you. Are these. Now what we have here is a seed mix, and this really does cater for lots of different types of bird species. Peanuts are great so long as you offer them in the right kind of feeder, and I'll come to that a little bit later. And the same applies to these seed mixes. They have to be offered in the right kind of feeder. And what you're looking for is a lot of very nutritious seeds like these. Do you know what this one is? It's a sunflower seed. But it's not the big chunky type. They come from the black sunflower seeds or the small striped sunflower seeds, exactly that type. Also, these little yellow bits, that's cracked maize, and there's bits of peanut, there's hemp.
I thought it was little bits of sweet corn.
Yeah, it is. Maize is little bits of sweet corn, dry corn, you're exactly right. But it's not the whole corn, it's been broken so that birds can eat it. And there's also millet and hemp and other goodies. Some of the birds that visit your garden don't like hanging onto feeders, and their bills aren't designed to deal with these hard seeds. Would you bring me that little bowl of things with the worms in, please? These birds are known as soft bills normally. It's song thrushes, thank you, blackbirds, robins, and a mix like this includes all sorts of very fine grain, bits of peanut, some fruit, and also
Worms.
worms, invertebrates, mealworms these are. These are dead and dried, but they still have a nutritional value for birds like robins. They love them. And again, you have to offer this in the right kind of feeder, sprinkled on the ground or on a ground feeder.
Otherwise they will kill birds.
No, they won't kill birds. This is good stuff. This is all yummy. Could you bring me the last bowl, please? Because this
Like chocolate.
It looks like chocolate chips. A relatively recent arrival into the bird feeding world, and it's this stuff. It's black, tiny little seeds called Niger seeds, and this is a favourite food of one of our most beautiful wild birds. Do you know which one?
Woodpeckers.
Not woodpeckers, goldfinches. But again, you've got to put it in the right feeder. Niger seed feeders come in a number of designs, but all of them have tiny slots that allow the pointed, narrow beaks of goldfinches to access the seeds. These small, rather delicate finches get the chance to feed without being forced out of the way by bigger birds. And they can share these feeders with the equally delicate siskins. Each type of food is best offered in a feeder designed for the task. Peanuts should be put in a purpose-built wire cage feeder. The gaps between the wires should be no more than 6 millimeters. This way, birds like great tits and blue tits have to break the nuts before feeding, and that prevents inexperienced parent birds trying to carry whole nuts away to feed their chicks, which could choke them. A small seed mix should be presented in a tube seed feeder. These are great for a whole host of different birds, from all members of the tit family to greenfinches, sparrows, goldfinches, and even woodpeckers. This is a male great-spotted woodpecker. For soft-billed species like robins and thrushes, the food should be put on a bird table or a ground feeding tray. You never know who this will attract. A red-legged partridge. As well as food, always have water available for your garden birds in a shallow, wide dish or bird bath. So you've decided which food and feeders you're going to put out. Where should you position them in your garden? Well, ideally, fairly close to the house and a window where you can watch the birds. Otherwise, why are you going to all of this effort? Not too close though, maybe 5-10 meters away from, say, the kitchen window. That's ideal. It makes the chore of washing up so much easier. And also you want to position the feeding station fairly close to some cover. That gives the birds confidence. They feel safe sitting in a hedge or a bush before dashing out, grabbing a meal and going back to eat it. It also gives them somewhere to go if a bird of prey like a sparrowhawk should arrive in your garden, and the smaller birds can dash into cover out of the way of trouble. However, don't position it too close to cover, because the neighbourhood cat could be lurking in that bush and jump up and catch the very visitors that you're attracting. Once you start feeding the birds in your garden, keep it up. They may come to depend on it, particularly when times are hard. And just as important as offering food is hygiene. Keep your feeders and bird table clean to help prevent the spread of disease amongst your garden visitors. The more you experiment with food and feeders, the greater the variety of bird species and other animals you'll have visiting your garden. Enjoy the washing up.